Monique and Jackson are babysitting their little brother, Monique. Monique earns $160 babysitting 20 hours, and Jackson earns $70 babysitting for 10 hours. Which of these statements is true? Okay, so if I look at this, before I even look at the statements, right? So basically, from what I see is that Jackson earns more money than Monique because of blah blah blah, or Monique earns more money than Jackson. So basically we're comparing. So how can we compare who earns more money, right? So the way that they gave us the information, which is 160 per 20 hours or 70 per 10 hours, or I can read it like this too, 160 per 20 and 70 per 10 hours, right? I can't really make a fair comparison. So what I need to do is how much they make for every 1 hour. So in order to do that, remember from Friday, we go back to rates or ratios. We're comparing two different things by division. So here we need to divide. So in here, I'm going to use Monique first. So 160 goes inside the house because that's my top dog. My wimpy dog gets kicked out, and that's 20. So I'm going to write my multiples of 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and 160. Okay. So 20 can go into to 160 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So 20 times 8 gives me 160. I subtract and I get 0. So what this one means is that, I'm sure I'll write it in pink. Monique earns what? $8, right? $8 per 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 hour, right? Because the way that we write our stuff is, or our fraction is the way that we have to say our rate. Okay, so now for Jackson, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to compare it using division, or figure it out by division. So here I have 70 is my top dog, so he goes inside the house. 10 is my wimpy dog, gets kicked out, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 70. So 10 can go into 70 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 10 times 7 gives me 70. I subtract and I get 0. Okay, so for this one, I need to also type the way that I write my rate, which is, we figured out it was $7 per every 1 hour. Okay, so then let's move this over here. Okay, so this is for Jackson. Okay, so if I'm really comparing both, oh, I didn't write that for Monique, for every 1 hour. My bad, guys. So here for every 1 hour. So if I'm comparing who's bigger, 8 or 7? 8. So then here, this would mean that Monique earns more, right? So I need to see which one of these tells me that Monique earns more. So it says Jackson earns more. Nope, because we figured out it was Monique. Monique earns more. Okay, we'll get back to that one. So then this one says Jackson earns more money, and that's false. And then the last one says Monique earns more money. Okay, so what we need to figure out is, this says Monique earns more money per hour babysitting. That's what they both say so far. Monique earns more money per hour babysitting than Jackson. Now the only difference is this part, the because. Okay, so let's check. Because 140 is greater than 70. So where is even 140 at? That makes no sense. So then it has to be letter D, because 160 is great 162 20